And good morning, good morning. We are now live. Another day, another day, another day. Today is Thursday, February the 20th, and you're tuned in to PreMarket PulseScan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. So, it seems that we have a few things we need to discuss. So we're going to jump right on into it and see what's going on here in these markets. First things first, though, let's take a look at what kind of news is going on right now. Justin Bieber and Jack Dorsey may be among the 10 million MGM hotel guests whose personal information was posted to a hacking forum. MGM said it discovered the data breach last summer and notified customers who were impacted based on state laws. Now, last night's end of day report, we talked about hack, ticker HACK. And we talked about how there could be some issues when it comes to cybersecurity, et cetera, And now we're getting this breaking news of something that happened a while back, but it's news today. You think Hack knew that? I think so. Google's users in the UK will no longer be protected by Europe's strict privacy regulations. Google is planning on moving its British user data away from Ireland, so the information will no longer be subject to European privacy regulations. All right, this is a good one. This is a good one. So you claim that everything you do is on the up and up as a company. You claim that there's no nefarious situations going on at said company. You claim that your customers' right to privacy and all these other things are your highest number one priority. You claim that you don't even engage in such things. But yet, you want to do the opposite of what you said that you are doing. So you're moving things out of the way so that you can dodge and avoid regulations that protect users' privacy. If you weren't doing anything by nefarious means, why the switch? Doesn't make any sense. It's like, and I'm not saying this happened to me, and I'm not saying that it may have happened to some of you, but this is something that has happened. So you're driving home late from a party. You're intoxicated. You look far above yourself, right ways down the road. You see that there's some traffic that'll be coming up ahead. It's a sobriety checkpoint, and you've been drinking. Quickly, you turn around, do a U-turn, and get out of there and go back the way you came so that you can avoid going through that sobriety checkpoint. Well, that's exactly what we have here. Google is U-turning away from the sobriety checkpoint. They don't want to go through that sobriety checkpoint because if they do, then they will be exposed of what they're doing, which is packaging up your data and serving it to the highest bidder, especially governments. And may I hasten to say, probably even foreign governments. It's what happens when you allow corporations to do whatever they want and to operate, behind the scenes and do whatever they want. There's no checks and balances. You put the wolf inside of the chicken coop and say, guard this for me, I'll be back in a couple of days. Not very smart. So those of you under the sound of my voice that are in the UK, heads up. If you're using Google anything, your right to privacy is about to be violated. And the European Union's strict privacy regulations cannot protect you from the big bad wolf. If you're a hen in a chicken coop, it may be time to fly the coop. Fly, birdie, fly away from Google products. The Trump campaign reportedly hired a former employee of Cambridge Analytica, the company that misused Facebook data to try and sway the 2016 election. A political report revealed that the Trump campaign recently hired a former employee from the controversial political consulting firm. Politics is a dirty business, folks, and I'm not surprised. Lawmakers in the U.S. are seeking answers from Amazon about Ring's partnership with police, citing contradictions between its public statements and terms of service. The House Oversight Committee sent a letter to Amazon on Wednesday seeking answers about how its Ring home security service partners with police departments. That is whack. Don't you understand, people, what is going on behind the scenes? It's the news behind the news. So if you have a home security service with this company and you're using internal cameras to watch the internal goings on of said property, it means that they are privately recording everything and handing it over to police departments, local police departments. So if they see anything nefarious or questionable, they're turning it over, and then you're wondering why you're being swatted. It's not because someone's mad at you and they're playing that they did a prank. No, it's because your camera equipment is snitching on you. If you have security services through Ring Home Security Services, that's your situation, your issue right there. That's jacked up. So now you have your security service provider snooping on you. What is the world coming to? Can somebody say 1984? It's 2020, but really it's 1984. Coronavirus fears prompt Chinese ride-hailing app Didi to install protective sheets in vehicles and give masks to drivers. The outbreak that originated in Wuhan, China, has killed 2,012 people and infected more than 75,000, according to recent totals. First of all, we know that's a lie. Those numbers are not correct coming out of China. Online event startup Hopin raised $6.5 million from Excel and Northzone after fighting off other major investors. The company, founded in 2019, drew frenzied interest from investors keen to be part of the busy startup, which offers to host any type of live event, such as conferences and company events. App downloads in China have skyrocketed as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. The Financial Times reports that more than 222 million downloads were made in China through Apple's online store in the week starting February the 2nd. Now, the other side of the story, see that's the facts. They gave you facts, but now here's the truth behind that story. The truth is that, yeah, as a result of all those downloads, what has happened is the Chinese government now has cracked down on that practice. What was happening was Chinese residents were downloading a lot of VPN services that allowed them to get around the Chinese firewall. and they were doing that through the App Store. Well, since the Chinese government has been cracking down, they have forced Apple to remove those items from its Apple download store in China. So if you were late to make that move, that window of opportunity has now closed for you. And you may not be able to bypass China's um, online security features. So the VPNs that would have allowed you to do that are no longer accessible to you. That's why it pays to be alert to what's going on around you so that you don't be left in the dark. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is death. PlayStation is skipping a major video game conference because of increasing concerns over the coronavirus outbreak. Sony's PlayStation Group canceled its plans to attend the first major video game convention of the year, PAX East. Japan's largest bank has invested over $700 million in ride-hailing app Grab. Mitsubishi's investment will give its assets to millions of customers who use the service to book transport and meals. TikTok has announced new parental control features for its app. The popular viral video platform is launching a family safety mode to set limits on teenagers' use of the app. We just live in such a nanny state world, man. It's like the governments of the world want to control everything, and then they force the corporations to get down with the program of the nanny state, and so then they're going to micromanage you. It's like we live in a world of children. There are no adults. The adults have left the building. All we have left is children. It's just a really sad state of affairs, folks. And it seems like it's only getting worse. Government knows best. You're not a free man or woman. You are property of the state. The state gets to make all the decisions. You have no voice. Well, it's a sad state of affairs, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have to do what you got to do. So I think at this stage of the game, we just have to try to maintain as much of our divine rights as possible, and I guess the rest is what it is. I think we've come too late in the game to really make a big difference and change. You've heard me say that before, and there's quite the reason for it. But let's get into these overnight markets. So we have the Dow now down 70 points at 29,268. The NASDAQ 100 is down 30 and a quarter points at 97.03 and a quarter. The S&P 500 is down 8.5 points at 33.78 and three quarters. The Russell down 7 at 1686.40. Bitcoin futures is down $600 at $9,625. And that gas is down a penny at $1.94. Crude oil up 60 cents at $54.10. The long bond is up 18.30 seconds at 163.17. Gold futures up $7 at 16.1880. And silver is down about a penny at $18.30. And the US dollar is up 2 at 99.73 after hitting 99.91 in the overnight. Just 9 ticks away from par. The euro is up 12 pips at 108.26. And the soybeans are down 4.5 at 8.92 and three quarters. Corn is down 1 3/4 points at 3.78 and three quarters. As far as 2-bar Charlie setup, so far we are scanning. So far we have none. We got one. Bitcoin futures. We have a bearish 2-bar Charlie alert on Bitcoin futures. We're looking at an all-day down day scenario. Therefore, that means that we are expecting the Bitcoin futures to close in the red and be down all day. Continuing to scan. So far, we have nothing else to add. Still scanning. Still scanning. So far, we see nothing, nothing, and nothing. So the only one on the table today with the bearish outlook is the Bitcoin futures with a bearish 2-bar Charlie. So we expect the market to be down all day and finish in the red. Taking a look at the notable crash alerts today. We have notable crash alerts in the following: American States Water Company, American Water Works, eBay, Home Depot, Hertz, the ETF, the real estate one, the IYR is the ticker, Myriad Genetics or Mygen, the TLT long bond, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, we already talked about that, Dash, Dry Ships, Ethereum, Facebook, GBTC, the Bitcoin ETF, Litecoin, Neo, Northrop Grumman, the TVIX, Waste Management, Walmart, Ripple, and let's see who else. Raytheon and Top Ships. Those all have crash alerts that you need to be on guard for today. All right, those are the crash alerts. Now let's take a look at notable rally alerts for the day. All right, so we got rally alerts in Halliburton, IBM, ID Systems, Kraft Heinz, Riot Blockchain, U.S. Global Investors, U.S. Steel, Wells Fargo, Copper, the COPX ETF. Let's see, DIG for the oil and gas sector, the Euro USD, which is the euro dollar, Goldman Sachs, the going back to the energy sector, OIH, Overstock.com, Sony, the Dow Futures, Apple, Bank of America, BOTZ, it's the ticker, BOTZ. Let's see, the Spider Pharmaceuticals ETF, XLE, the financial sector, Spider, XLF, EA Electronics, the Euro Yen, and we got it in the Silver Junior Miners ETF, SILJ, and last but not least, Tesla. All right, so those are your notable rally alerts for the day. And with that being said, that is all I got. It's pretty much a quiet state of affairs right now. Some of these markets have been getting some momentum. As I indicated in last night's end of day report, I am really looking at the gold and silver and the GDXJ, the gold miners, looking heavily at those. I think we could get a little bit of a pullback here. That'll be great for an entry. I will update you in the trading room as to any positions that I may put on these. Still holding the long NASDAQ 100 futures. So I'll let you know and update you about that too. And I'm going to be adding a few more things. So I'm going to be putting together and building a watch list, and then I'll update you guys as to what my ideas are at that time. All right, so basically that's all I got. All I can tell you is I know it's early in the morning to me. Some people say it's too early to drink, but you're thirsty. You stay thirsty. You're supposed to stay thirsty. We're in these markets because we're thirsty. We're trying to get that loot, right? So do yourself a favor, go to PulseWaveTrading.com, get you and yours a 6-pack. All right, take advantage while the supplies last, while the deal is still going on. PulseWaveTrading.com. Also register for the up and coming webinar for Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss that. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that like button for me. And don't forget to share the video with someone you never know who it may help or encourage. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that bell so that you can be notified when we post new content. And let's see. All right, got a quick request here. All right, so USLV, sure, not a problem. Let's see what we got here. USLV. Let's see here. Where did I put it? Oh, I know where it is. Give me just a second. I know it's around here somewhere. All right, USLV. Here we go. All right. Pulling up the chart now. Just give me a quick second. All right. All right, let's switch our screen over to the chart. And I'll hook you up. All right. Here is our USLV. Moving, in tandem with silver. Nice ranges here. Closing at the highs of the session. This one's still bullish. It's coming up off of this major rally alert right here. Secondary rally alert right here. And we're expecting this to go higher. Looks like it's on par to hit the first initial target of 102-ish. So I'm liking this one still on the long side, looking for initial target of 102. All right, so that, hey, no problem, man. You know how we do. All right, so with that being said, that's it, man. We're gonna go and put some tickets on. If you haven't already done so, you got a few minutes before the opening bell. So with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace. See you back here. End of day report this evening.